If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions about to kick it away and get this season started. Bringing it back. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Tennessee's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And when you go to market for a veteran quarterback, you want a guy who can come in, command respect, immediately become the starter, and Jesse, they think they found him.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how he's going to perform today. I know he was really excited about this opportunity, and David, he chose this situation specifically because he believed it gave him the best chance to compete for a national championship and have an opportunity to play at the next level. Now he's got to go show it, right? We've seen this guy play before. We've seen him have success. This is a big stage for him today.
No doubt. I think all eyeballs will be on him, right? Even his teammates. They're going to be watching every single move. He was the guy.
And now they lost the ball down here. And they scoop it up in the end zone. He went down in the end zone to add insult to injury. That flag is probably holding. It'll be a safety. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Look out, he's got room. So Penn State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believed. offense can do something special. And if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mayer. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Max going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here is the Tennessee offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
And the Volunteers in a good spot here with second and short. Right back to the well. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Rushes on him. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't make the play on third down. The Volunteers send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Looking to throw for it. They'll run the screen. At the 35, he's got room. He slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Gathering up a head of steam out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get looking for a deep man. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he just kept. And he ran away from the... And he'll take it in. Touchdown ball!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
It's complete to the left. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. And the Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man on the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach is...
Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They'll try to get it through the air. Flips it out in the flat. Brings into the open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Finds his big tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Vols have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll run it from the gun. Still running at the 40. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Vols, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Kane. Pulls it in.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. Continues to fight for yards. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. Immediately fires to the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's caught downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So here is the Tennessee offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They send the tight end in motion. Running to the left. Creates a little room. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Dropping back, it's Kane. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the grab at the 10. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. There he goes. At the 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on touchdown, Nittany Lions! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Back to throw, it's Kane. Swings it out to the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short game there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down. And the Vols decide to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Off the play fake on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Kane. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Right down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Vols will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half, they can create some momentum.
Turning it on! He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here. Cut it.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. The give from the gun. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Punt is on its way. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Nittany Lions are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Makes the grab. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. Now on first down from the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Caught behind the line. It's Meredith. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Finds his man, it's Meredith. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Henderson. Makes the catch. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 14.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Bringing the heat. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that...
Got enough space, and he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So here is the Tennessee offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They've got the screen set up. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Offense gets set for second down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Sets up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. The Volunteers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. The play action fake. Under fire. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll give it to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. And this one is perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over.
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Lets it fly. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. And the Nittany Lions line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Right on the money. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Nittany Lions have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. To throw, it's Henderson. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 3rd down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
221 wing, 221 wing. Ready.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the Vols will line up to punt it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open space. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Unleashes one deep. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game, they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Vols will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go.
Oh, it's a fumble. Ball was loose. Offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw, it's Henderson. Puts it out of the air. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try to pop the draw. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Fires left. Holds it in. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games was so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.